Hey everybody, thank you for pressing play. In this video we're going to have a look at this car here. This is a 2017 172 registered Honda HRV. And just before we start looking at it, we are Fitzpatrick's Garage, a family run business in operation for almost 70 years, based in Kildare town. And if there's any information you want on this particular car, call, text, WhatsApp 086 843 1945. Brian is my name. If there's any information you want on the car or financing or trading in your own car. And I think it's really important to mention when we actually prepare a car. So the difference is, if you're buying from a family business like this, you get a car that's properly prepared. If you go to a discount garage, we'll say in Dublin or somewhere like that, yes, the cars are cheaper, but we're putting tyres all around, we're putting brakes in the car, we're changing the oil filter, we're changing the air filter, changing the fuel filter. The car's going to be so comprehensively prepared when it goes out. The next servicing that you're going to have after that is going to be a lot less. I assure you, you can buy cheaper cars, but you do pay for it in the long run with maintenance that builds up. This is a properly prepared car before it leaves. And I think it's a nice mileage example as well. This car has just got about 52,000 kilometers, which on a 3-year-old diesel car is very nice mileage in my opinion. Anyway, for this video, what we're going to do is have a look at the features that are on the outside of the car, and then we're going to have a look at the features that are on the inside of the car as well. And then after that, what we'll do is we'll go for a quick drive in the car, and that'll give you a good idea of what these cars are all about. So let's start off with the engine. When these cars came out, they were marketed as very fuel efficient, and they have been. This is a 1.6 diesel engine, and it is capable of 65 to 70 miles per gallon, absolutely no problem at all. Nice features on the outside of the car: auto adaptive headlamps, so they actually dip when you meet traffic, as well as coming on at night time themselves. The grille has some chrome along the front, and we'll see that matches up on other parts of the car as we start to look around it. There is parking sensors because it's an ES model. Front fog lights are also here as well. And then down low on the bumper underneath, there's nice little black areas that come down nice and low, and they just make it a little bit more sporty and aggressive at the front. I think it's a really cool looking car in this white orchid pearl colour. And other nice features on the car then are things like these diamond cut wheels. Diamond cut wheels essentially mean that they're nice and shiny and reflective, so you can see there's areas which are shiny, which reflect, and then there's centre areas which are dark, which hide brake dust. And we forgot to put the dust cap on this particular one. Anywho, we saw already there was some nice chrome in the car, so the door handle is matched by the side step. The side step is actually an upgrade on this car. It's not standard on this car, but if we think about it, chrome in the front, chrome in the door handle, and you get those nice shiny wheels and shiny side steps as well. It comes together really nicely. And look at the pattern on the side step compared to the wheel. They're quite similar and complementary, so it's really, really cool looking. Privacy glass is also standard on this particular one, which again is an upgrade and not standard on the ESI. And there's a nice boot spoiler on all these HRVs. The taillights are a nice LED style, so you see there's nice little diodes within it, and because ESI, parking sensors are standard on the rear of the car as well. So I think in this colour, with those nice little upgrades, it's just a little bit different than the other HRVs on the road, and it also has mud flaps. Sounds like a small thing, they're quite expensive, and they would have been specified from brand new, and they finished the car nicely. The key is pretty intelligent, so it allows you to turn off the lights when you're finished using the car, or again, you can turn the lights back on when you come out to the car as well. And the other thing as well then is it allows the windows to be dropped, so 2 clicks brings the windows down. If you want to let warm air out, let's face it, this time of year you probably won't, but you can also use it to lock the windows and retract the wing mirrors as well when you're sitting in the house when it's lashing rain. The boot is really big. I'd liken it to that of the Nissan Qashqai, so it's quite good. And then underneath there's also a small bit more storage down there, which you can put a spare wheel in, or you can just hide things that you don't want to be lying around the place, and it's just extra boot space. This is flexible. Some people don't like it, but actually I think it's brilliant because you can load stuff up in the back and just pull out when it's in the way. And if you drop the back seats, you have a massive load area, which is pretty much similar to a car style van. The boot's also going to have a power outlet, and there's a light on the left hand side as well. In terms of getting into the rear of the car, this door handle is hidden, and it makes it look a little bit more sporty, so it's not quite as obvious. And there's nice chrome accents on the door handles and down onto the speakers, and there's a leather coating along this area where your arm would rest, which is a little bit more hard wearing. In terms of the rear seats then, there's 3 head restraints, there's an armrest up through the centre, there is 3-point safety belts, there is ISOFIX points on either side, and the seat's got a pretty neat trick. It's called a magic seat, so you can lift it up, lock it in place, and then you get a tall mode if you have anything really awkward that you want to transport, and that's available on both sides. In terms of size in the back, these are an SUV obviously, but they are a smaller SUV I think, because you have the CRV, which is bigger. There's a weird amount of legroom in the back of these cars. Like, it is just, and that's sitting behind myself at 6 foot. It is absolutely really, really massive. Other things as well, there's nice little LED lights in through here. The armrest is obviously there through the centre. The ISOFIX points down here are pretty easy to use. If I'm really honest, I think 5 people is fine in this car, but 4 is more comfortable because it's quite long in terms of legroom, as you see, but it's a little bit of a narrow SUV, and that's how they've managed to make it a little bit more nimble, and I suppose more suitable for somebody that wants an SUV but doesn't want a big bulky SUV. In terms of sitting in the back then, this is the kind of view that you're going to have around you, and down through here then there's a drinks holder, and there's also a 12 volt outlet in through there as well. So let's move on up to the front of the car. So on the door card itself, it's quite similar materials with chrome and leather that we saw in the back of the car. Sitting in the car then, this is what you're going to see. So electrics for windows and mirrors over here we talked about. An econ function, which we'll talk about in a sec, which has bearings on here. But it does also reduce how aggressive the cruise control is, and it also reduces how aggressive the air conditioner is. Parking sensors are front and rear when you're going backwards, and they also give you a display here if there's something behind or also in front as well. Then lane change warning, which warns you if you drift out of lane, trash control, and also an alarm as well. This is cruise control, which up through here limits your speed or maintains your speed on a motorway or a straight road. Or the other thing is, it's also got a pretty cool feature which I can give you videos on if you want to know about. An intelligent speed limiter. So you got a speed limiter which restricts your speed, but this one also has an intelligent one, so it actually watches the speed signs. So once you tell the car respect the speed signs, any speed signs in your area, it'll actually restrict your speed and power to make sure you maintain it. So that's damn cool. Over here, automatic wipers. On the other side then, automatic lights we talked about already, which are daytime, nighttime, and they also dip when you meet traffic. Bluetooth in through here, and then the trip computer is down along through here, so average speed, fuel efficiency, all that kind of information in through there. And to do with the eco function then, this red circle is red when you're driving uneconomically. It turns to an amber when you're kind of halfway, and then it turns to green. We'll see when we go for a drive when you're driving economically. Over through here then, these are controls for radio, and that brings it on to the Honda Connect setup. So this car, it has been given a quick clean, but it needs a full detail before it goes anywhere. Anywho, what you have here is a touch and swipe radio, and what I like about it actually is when you go to drive, or sorry, when you drive, you get a screen like that, which you can obviously change, and when you park, you get these kind of dynamic screens instead, which move. Oh yeah, look, it's only a small thing, it's cool. Audio functions in through there, so you will have down here USB connectors of 2. There's HDMI if you want to play video. There's also a 12-volt outlet. Use your mobile phone in through here for Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff, trip information. But this even has things like an internet browser, calculator, calendar. But a word of note is the internet browser is only available when you're stopped, and you need a link from your phone. So in through here there is dual zone climate control, so I can have different temperatures on each side of the car. If I unsync it, I can control them independently. Front and rear windscreen demisters, and they also demist the wing mirrors. And actually one other neat thing about the wing mirrors, this function here, when you leave it sitting on L and you go for reverse, it actually tilts and drops, which is pretty useful reversing around a corner. In through here then you have your usual 6 gears, but it's lovely where it is. You'll see when you go for a drive, it's high, it's accessible, and it's actually a really nice gear change as well. There's an automatic park brake which stops you rolling, sorry, that is obviously your handbrake, but there's a brake hold as well which stops you rolling backwards on hills if you want assistance instead of having your manual handbrake. There's a drinks holder in through there, there's an armrest that moves backwards and forwards with some more storage in through here. Like what we said, so it's got a 1.6 diesel engine, but it's got 120 horsepower but 300 newton meters of torque. Let's see how it accelerates. Well, I think it's fair to say the gearbox is lovely where it is. It's high, but there's something about it. It's just, I like actually the shape of the gear stick, the way it's just kind of flat overall, but it's quite nice to use. It's kind of precise or something. As an example of a diesel HRV, this one drives really well, so let's just go into our workshop. Actually, it's going to get a good service anyway. But clutch and brakes, steering, noise in the cabin, all feels really good, so the car drives really nice. But you do get that peace of mind anyway, so we will put a 12-month warranty on it, and like we're saying, it'll be serviced properly to a Honda set of standards. So there you have it. That is our 2017 172 registered Honda HRV 1.6 diesel ESI. If you want any information on the car, call, text, WhatsApp 086-843-1945. Give me a shout though if you want to know anything about the car, if you want to know about trading in or finance or anything like that. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you think the video is useful, please do like and subscribe. And if there's anything I missed or something you want to know, like normal, just let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, hopefully the video's been useful. Hopefully the car is of interest. Thanks for taking time to watch.